Alright, so the first step in any repair project over here at my dad's house is proper hydration. I think we're ready to get this thing started. Let's go. World's dumbest design. You have to take the plugs off to get this stupid thing off the tire. Then you got to hold it in place when you put it back on. 13mm. Did the trick there. This is the top and bottom. It's an old caliper. Does not want to play nice. And seem okay. So now we got to take off. Let's get these out of here. And normally when you replace a rotor, you would do new brakes too, but I just put these in, so I'm going to put these back on. Yeah, screwdriver or something. There you go. Thanks. Little pry bar works wonders for these. There we go. Number 2. It wasn't so bad. I was expecting that to be a lot harder. There's 2 of these, one on the top, one on the bottom. And it's raining because why wouldn't it be? Those were pleasantly not so hard. Takes that off. Let you get the rotor off. Which is definitely in need of some love. Alright, I got the replacement parts on Amazon. I will put links in the description to the parts. See if we can get this done before it wants to completely pour on us. Alright, so there's your replacement. Slap that puppy on. Alright, so now we got to disconnect the caliper. Looks like that is 15mm. Okay, so in order to get the leverage we need to... Oops. In order to get the leverage we need to take the old caliper off, we are going to take the new one apart and attach the old one so we can get that nut out. Now we can go back to the 15 millimeter. Alright, so now we are disconnecting the old caliper. We have a pan underneath just in case anything leaks. Try not to make too much of a mess. And as you can see, there are compression washers. We want to make sure that those come off. The new one comes with their own, so get those out of the way. And there you have it, right there. See, it's stuck on the back. You want to make sure you get that off. Might be a little stubborn. Just pry that off. You can see that better. Just want to make sure these aren't stuck on the connection on either side. Alright, so now we can take the old one off, put the new one on, and then we'll attach the new one. Alright, so before you put this back together to bleed the caliper, we're just going to put the brake shoes back in. There we go. This guy back on. Alright, so from the book of none of these jobs ever quite go according to plan. If we look at the old caliper, alright, so if we look at the old caliper versus the new caliper, it would appear that they sent us the wrong one, because the old caliper had a connection, these are upside down now, but was on the bottom on this side, and the new one is on the opposite side. Now the connection, the hole, let's see if we can get this on the camera here. The hole on this block is not, I'm not sure if you can see that, but the hole is not centered. So it's designed to be on the bottom, because the narrow part right here butts up against a little ledge on this right here, and it prevents it from being put on the wrong side. Well, we're not about to let that stop us, so we just took a Dremel to it and trimmed that up a bit so we could get it on this. I don't see any other obstacles in the way that would stop that, but this shouldn't be an issue if you actually receive the right part. It's also a good idea to make sure you check your parts before you start doing a job, because obviously I did not in this case. Not that I would have noticed this particular issue, because I didn't have visibility on it, but in any case, we're to the point now where we can put this thing back on. Alright, so when you go to put this back in, you have your connection here. You want to make sure that you have those compression washers on either side of it, and then we'll tighten that sucker up. And that your ratchet is in the right direction. Make sure it's snug and give it like a quarter turn after that. Make sure it's super snug. There we go. Alright, so to bleed this thing, you want to pump the brakes in the car and crack the release here. We put a tube on here that leads down into the pan just so it doesn't squirt out the side if you don't have one. Just be aware that that's going to happen. Do that a couple times, build up the pressure, crack it until you get a flow of brake fluid out of here without, it's not full of air. And you close that up, and then you just got to hop up to the reservoir and refill any that you used. Okay, so here's your reservoir. There is a max fill indicator on the side. And so there's a little bit that we can replace. And that's all she wrote. All right, that pretty much wraps it up today. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments. Be sure to like this video, and if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help out my channel, and it encourages me to make future videos that might help you next time. So that's all for now. Until next time, this is The Average Dan. Thanks.